Mimi ndiye Bolan Kazimbiri Otieno, MCA Kubura 2027. Oh, thank you. Today I want to address a few things again concerning elections. We are fully aware that Kenyan politics has been dynamic, with several emerging issues shaping the nation's discourse. I know you understand this. And if I want to give some of the key emerging issues in Kenya, number one is the 2027 general elections preparation. Everybody is eyeing for 2027 to lean for any of the elective position or even the appointment. Before even getting into the elections, or we know that the race for the 2027 general election is heating up, with political parties already positioning their candidates. The ongoing debates on electoral reforms, the roles of Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, that is the IBC, and how to ensure free, fair, transparent elections is at the forefront of political conversations. There are things I've said. Free, fair, and transparent elections. Yesterday, we know it very well that there are MPs who are ejected from the positions they hold in the committees, in the National Assembly's committee. Somebody like Anthony Kibagendi, somebody like Jane Kihara, na nimesikia Caleb Amisi aliponyoka kidogo tu, and Karoli Omondi. Karoli Omondi is the chair of the election board, the National Assembly. And being that the political parties are preparing for the elections in 2027, and we've been told, we know it very well, that IEBC, Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, it should be an independent body that should be doing electoral process free, fair, and transparent way. Being that Karoli Omondi is opposing the government and Karoli is putting things in the right manner, he was ejected from his position because he's going to oversight on the election process. Is that the direction you want to take as a country? Yeah. Is that the direction you want to take? We should always agree on these things. Then we have the political coalition dynamics. We've seen people joining up. Political alliances have been a constant theme, and many are speculating about the potential for the new coalition loading up to 2027. The recent formation of Azimio la Umoja coalition and the future is a major issue, especially within internal disagreements and defection. The Kenya Kwanza Alliance also faces its own internal challenges as President Ruto seeks to solidify his position. We know it very well that the UDA want to join with ODM to form Azimio. the UDA want to join ODM to form the broad-based government. The coalition, this other coalition that is with the Azimio also want to join with the DCP to form a coalition. In whose side are we safe? Should we join the UDA ODM engagement, or should we remain in the united opposition? You give me your feedback, please. Thank you for your vote. Thank you for your vote. Number 3, or the third thing that is emerging in the country, is devolution and county governance. The transfer of more functions to county government is a subject of both praise and concern. There are ongoing debates about the financial resources, effective and national government control over development functions. And we are fully aware of this. Just last week, we heard that there was an agreement between the Nairobi governor, Johnson Arthur Sakaja, and the president that there are transfer of some duties from the county government to the national government. And as Nairobians, we disagreed with that. These are emerging issues in the country, and if not taken very serious, things may fall apart. Hi, Hanam Mbure 1262. Hi. Why are we looking at this? The other thing I wanted to address is the cost of living and economic policies. The rise in the cost of living has been a key issue since the current regime, or this administration, took the office. Economic challenge, including high fuel prices, inflation, and unemployment, continues to strain the population. The government response to these challenges are the implementation of its bottom-up economic model and transformation agenda, which are crucial to the political landscape. And we're fully aware of such kind of thing. In whose side are we safe? Is the bottom agenda complete? Is it done? Is it successful? Are we lagging behind? Are we heading to Singapore? Was the Singapore part of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda? Let's look at this. A cost of living and economic policies. As a common person, as a common man in this country, let's be very keen on such kind of thing while addressing. The other thing I want to address is corruption and accountability. Corruption remains a major issue in Kenya, with high-profile cases often making headlines, and we are very aware of this. There is growing public demand for accountability, particularly regarding the use of public funds in both the national government and the county government. Anti-corruption campaigns are closely tied to political agendas. Just 1 or 2 weeks, the governors were being grilled by the county budget, this group led by Senator Moses Kajwang, the budget committee. I think that is it. When the governors were being grilled, they were complaining that they are being harassed by senators, and yet these people should be oversighting the counties. They should be putting the governors more accountable to the public funds they are using to run the counties. And that is their duty that they should be running. The same thing applies to when the CS like CS Mbadi was being grilled. He almost cried live on camera just because he could not account for some funds as the CS for finance. So corruption and accountability is something that is very key in our country that we should always be very keen on. We have the judicial independence and reform. The independence of the judiciary is under scrutiny, with concern about its ability to deliver impartial justice. Efforts to reform the judiciary, including how judges are appointed and how judicial decisions are perceived by the public, are ongoing political discussions. We are fully aware that the judiciary is not independent, and we don't even know when it will be independent, though the previous election of the LSK body was done in a very free, fair, and transparent manner. But the judiciary have not been doing their job as an independent body, yet we call it an independent body. When the elections were rigged, the elections have always been rigged and things have never been done, or justice have never been got. So this is one of the concerned things we should be very keen on: the judicial independence and the reforms in the judiciary. Let's be very keen on the judicial part of our country, because it's an arm of the government, just like the executive and legislature. Though the legislative part of it have also been corrupt seriously. Then the seventh thing I want to talk about is youth and electoral participation. I am a youth, and I cannot fail to talk about the youth and electoral participation. The youth vote have become significant force, and we are fully aware, especially as Kenya has a large young population of more than 35%. Yeah. Political parties are increasingly tailoring their messages to attack young voters who are concerned with issues like unemployment, education, and opportunities for economic advancement. I am a youth. I'm a young person. I am a Gen Z, Generation Z. And as I said, I am the next MCA Kobura Award in the year 2027. That is next year. We must fight for these things: the unemployment, education, and opportunities. So we should be taking this very serious, because as young people, many of us have gone to school, We are educated, but some of us are not employed. Where are we taking the certificates? The system of education is deteriorating. And yet we got an opportunity to go to school. And the government is killing the education system because it's nurturing the young minds who will be focusing on leadership, who will be focusing on very serious things in the country that they do not want. They only want to secure for their sons, daughters, relatives, and friends. As young people in this country, we started fighting, and we shall fight. It's not over until it's over. It's our time to run this country, and we shall run this country to the best of our ability. We have climate change and environmental issues in this country. Kenya has faced significant environmental challenges, including drought, flooding, and deforestation. Climate change has emerged as an issue, particularly with its impact on food security and water resources. Political leaders are being called upon to propose a sustainable solution. We are fully aware that here in Nairobi, with the current situation, it's currently raining. And it's very difficult for me to come from where I stay to the office as early as this because of rain. Let's be watchful. Let's be very keen on climate change and environmental issues because it will affect us. The government should invest a lot in matters of agriculture and environmental management issues. Because if we say that a politician or political leaders should be doing these things, we don't have very serious. Most of the MPs are not very serious their work. Instead, they only praise the executive. Let's be very watchful for that.